And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Short throw, he's got Kraft. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Love wants to shift things around. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. To pass, here's Jordan Love. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Ready. Set.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action, now it's Tua. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the...
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes, and the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Following the interception, Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Yo.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And now Love going to change things up. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Yo.
Jaden Reed, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Okay, let's see.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In motion, Hill. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 73 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that
Oh, shit.
Because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to get this drive started.
Can you hear me?
Green Bay offense at the line. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. On play action. Love to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Ready.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. An audible here to get a new look. They go with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Working out of the gun. Love. It's Dillon again. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
That's another Packers first down.
Love, they go play action now. He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Love, he's going to change the play here. To throw again on 2nd down. Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There it is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
13 yards down to the 13.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
This is caught.
Okay.
Touchdown. Jaden Reed with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Eluding the pressure right. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Love now. Rolling to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Yo.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Well, Love wants to shift things around. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Love looking to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Jacobs going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Love. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready.
Back to throw. Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll work down inside the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 8. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to pass. Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Packers are right back in this football game. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, in 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Ready.
Love from the gun. On the move to his left. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Tua sets up to pass it. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Tua going to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are right back in this football game. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, they did it 3 times. Now this aired out deep for Reed. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Love is swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd down.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
17, ready?
Now Love. That is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 39 yards. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fighting his way through contact. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw is Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Love looking to throw it.
Oh.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. And now Love going to change things up. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 2nd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's Love. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Love. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Come on, man.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick six, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling
What you doing out there, man? Stop playing with me.
to keep it close enough where that one possession down the
I was trying to talk to you through the mic, but you couldn't hear me.
So
No.
that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL
I
on
couldn't
EA
hear you.
Sports. For more, log on
It's showing it's on, but man, I couldn't hear you. So I was like, all
And
right.
we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I got Discord still.